This is Lender Approvals. I'm James Vernon. We got a tough one today. I was going to make a totally different video today, but this lady I met at the supermarket changed my trajectory. She asked me a question that honestly stopped me mid-sentence. She said, "I've been denied 5..." Oh, if you like our content, like and comment and share this. This knowledge from real people asking real-life questions they want and don't have answers to. You too. You are here. We do not judge, we only help. This is not advice, just a formula that may help you. Enough intro talking. So, back to the lady. She asked me, "I have been denied 5 times by different banks. Do I just give up? Just forget about ever owning a property?" Denied. 5 times. Not once, not twice, 5. My answer to her was simple. No, never give up. 5 denials usually means 1 unfixed file, not 5 bad deals. But see, I didn't have the whole story yet. Here's what I did not tell her, because the real story is actually worse than 5 denials. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why it kept happening, what it actually cost her every single time she applied, and what to do so it never happens to you. Stay right here. Let me just sit in this for a second because I want you to feel what 5 denials actually looks like from the inside. Application 1. You are hopeful. You found a property you believe in. You fill out the paperwork, hand over your documents, and you wait. And then that letter comes. Or, let's just say, that email. That cold, automated, "we regret to inform you" email that does not explain a single useful thing about why you were turned down. But okay, first one. You shake it off. Try somewhere else. Application 2. Same thing. Different lender, same result. By application 3, you are starting to doubt yourself. By application 4, you are frustrated and honestly a little embarrassed. And by application 5? You are on Reddit at midnight asking strangers whether you should just quit investing altogether. I know that feeling. Not from reading about it, from living it. I was sitting at a 540 FICO score not that long ago, and for those of you who don't know what a 540 means in a bank's eyes, let me translate. That is a get out of my office score. That is the bank is already shaking their head before you finish your sentence score. And 18 months later, I had a 7-figure real estate portfolio. So no, you do not give up. But I need you to understand what was actually happening to her file every single time she applied. Because this is the part that nobody told her. Here is the real problem, and it is worse than just being denied. Every single time she applied and got turned down, the lender ran her credit. And every time a lender runs your credit, that is recorded on your report as a hard inquiry. And hard inquiries lower your score. So she did not just get denied 5 times. She got denied 5 times and walked away with 5 hard inquiries stacked on her file, each one pulling her score down further than the last. The very thing she was doing to try to solve the problem was making the problem worse with every single attempt. And she had no idea, because nobody told her. She did not know inquiries existed. She did not know they could lower her score. She did not know they could be disputed and potentially removed. She did not know what question to ask, when to fill out a form, or even the real reason she was being denied in the first place. And here is where I need you to really pay attention, because what happened to her is not rare. It is not even unusual. According to US News and Money, consumer surveys suggest that about 30 to 50% of Americans struggle to understand or do not know how their credit reports and scores work. We are talking about potentially half the country, and it gets more specific than that. The lack of clarity breaks down into 3 key areas, and I want you to hear each one. On understanding the score, according to Credit One Bank, roughly 50% of US consumers do not know what factors like a FICO score represent or how they are calculated. Half the people filling out loan applications do not fully understand the number the bank is judging them on. On accessing the report, according to MarketWatch, approximately 25% of Americans are unable to successfully navigate the security checks just to access their own credit reports. They try to pull it, get stuck on the identity verification questions, give up, and never see what is actually on there. And on identifying errors, according to Consumers Union, over 40% of consumers who do check their reports are unable to accurately identify mistakes, allowing errors that damage their credit to go completely unnoticed. So let me put that all together for you. She was applying with a broken file she had never seen for a loan she did not fully understand how to qualify for, and each application was quietly making her situation worse while she sat there wondering what she was doing wrong. That is not a character flaw. That is an information gap. And information gaps can be closed. You know what separates the person you look at and call rich from the person sitting on a stack of denial letters? It is not intelligence, it is not talent, it is not even hard work. It is the information they were exposed to. Wealthy people have been passing this knowledge down at the dinner table for generations. Nobody had that conversation with most of us. Knowledge is power, and today that changes. All right, now we move. The first thing you do before you ever apply again is stop applying. I mean it. Do not submit another application until your file is clean. Every hard pull without a fixed file is another step backward. And here is how you fix it. Pull your report first. Go to annualcreditreport.com. That is the official federally authorized site. It is free. Pull all three bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, all three, because they do not always carry the same information and a lender might pull any one of them. Now, when you get in there, according to Consumers Union, over 40% of people who pull their report cannot accurately identify what they are looking at. So let me walk you through exactly what each section means. Payment history carries the most weight, about 35% of your score. Every account you have ever had is listed here, and it shows whether you paid on time. You are looking for any marks showing 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late. Collections are here too. A collection account tells the bank that someone had to chase you down for money. That is a red flag every single time. Credit utilization is roughly 30% of your score, and it is the one that surprises people most. It is the percentage of your available credit that you are currently using. If your card limit is $1,000 and your balance is $870, you are at 87% utilization. The bank sees that and thinks this person is already stretched thin. Get that number below 30%. Below 10% is even better. Hard inquiries is the section she needed to find. Every lender who pulled your credit is listed here with a date and a name. Go through it carefully. If you see a company you do not recognize or a pull you did not authorize, write it down. That is a potential dispute. Because yes, inquiries can be disputed. If a pull was made without your permission or contains any error, you have the legal right under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to challenge it in writing directly to the Bureau. Errors. Go line by line. Look for accounts that are not yours. Wrong balances on accounts that are yours. Accounts listed as open that you closed. Accounts showing delinquent that you actually paid. Duplicate entries showing the same debt twice. Any of that is wrong, and any of that can be disputed. Here is how you dispute it. You go directly to the Bureau's website, whichever one has the error, and you file a dispute online or by certified mail with documentation. A paid receipt, a bank statement, whatever supports your case. The Bureau has 30 days to investigate. If they cannot verify the information, they are required by law to remove it. Let's just say that process alone has moved scores significantly for a lot of people. Not by gaming anything, by correcting information that was factually wrong in the first place. In my free guide, From Bad Credit to Bankable, the very first step is what I call the credit audit. And everything I just walked you through is exactly what that step covers. Know exactly what the bank sees before you apply. Not what you think is on there, not what you hope is on there, what is actually on there. Because banks do not fund confusion. If your report looks like a mess, the bank sees risk. If your report is clean, the bank sees a borrower. Same person, completely different conversation. She applied 5 times with the same broken file and got the same answer 5 times. And each application quietly dug the hole a little deeper. If she had stopped after denial number 1, pulled her report, done the audit, identified the issues, and worked the process, none of the rest of it had to happen. Once your file is clean and moving in the right direction, the next step is your corporate structure. Because if your goal is investment property, the bank does not just want to see a good personal score. They want to see a real business behind you. That means forming your LLC. Getting your EIN from the IRS, free and takes about 10 minutes online. Opening a dedicated business bank account. Keeping your personal and business spending completely separate. Starting clean bookkeeping from day one. When you show up with a legitimate corporate structure alongside a clean personal file, you look like an investor, a real one. And the conversation with the bank is completely different. I have seen people get to that point and almost not recognize themselves from where they started. Same brain, same hustle, just finally the right information. That is the whole game. Grab the free guide, From Bad Credit to Bankable, 6 Steps to Buy Your First Property the Way Banks Want to See It. The link is in the description. It is completely free. Go through it and then pass it to someone who needs it, because this information should not be gatekept. If this video gave you something nobody ever explained to you before, subscribe, because that is exactly what this channel is here to do. Drop a comment below. Tell me where you are right now. Tell me what landed for you today. I read every single one. She was not less capable than the person who already owns 10 properties. She was not less intelligent. She was not less deserving. She just had access to less information. And that gap cost her 5 applications, 5 hard inquiries, a lower score, and months of unnecessary setback. That is the real cost of not knowing. Pull the report, do the audit, fix the file, build the structure, then go get the deal. The information is yours now. Use it. I have a gift for you. Download our free guide, The 6 Steps to Buy Your First Property the Way Banks Want to See It. The link is below this video. Start them today. LenderApprovals.com. Let's get you bankable. I'll see you in the next one.